Good morning, everyone. My name is Jacqueline M. Dalma from BE 2B. For today's video, I am going to share the events of results in Exiles in Dapitan in 1892 to 1896. The steamer Cebu, which brought Rizal to Dapitan, carried a letter from Father Pablo Castells, superior of the Jesuit Society in the Philippines, to Father Antonio Obac, Jesuit parish priest of Dapitan. In this letter, Father Castells informed Father Obac that Rizal could live at the parish convent on the following condition. First, the Rizal publicly retract his errors concerning his religion and make statement that were clearly pro-Spanish against revolution, that he reforms the church rites and make a general confession of his past life, conduct himself in an exemplary manner as the Spanish subject and a man of religion. Rizal did not agree with that condition. He lived in the house of the commandant, Captain Carnicero. Carnicero was charmed by Rizal's fine qualities and personality. They are together and they had many friendly conversations. Rizal, on his part, he admired Carnicero for being kind, generous, Spanish captain. He wrote a poem for Carnicero entitled A Don Ricardo Carnicero on the captain's birthday. Carnicero, Francis Equelo, and Rizal won a lottery. 20,000 lottery prize. 6,200 it was given to Rizal. 2,000 this share to give to his father. 200 to Basa in Hong Kong. The rest he invested through purchasing agricultural land in Talisay, about kilometer away from Dapitan. Rizal Pastel's debate on religion. During his exile in Dapitan, Rizal had a long and scholarly debate with Father Pastel's on religion. Father Pastel's tried his best to bring back to Rizal to the fold of Catholicism. Rizal could not be convinced by Father Pastel's, but the two brilliant remained friends. Rizal challenges a Frenchman to a duel. Rizal was involved in a general with a French acquaintance in Dapitan. Juan Lardet wrote a letter to Antonio Miranda, a Dapitan merchant and friend of Rizal, expressed his disgust with the business with Rizal. This man purchased many logs with a poor quality. Miranda forwarded the letter to Rizal. When he read Lardet's letter, he flared up in anger and challenged him to a duel. Lardet wrote to Rizal apologizing for the insulting comment, and Rizal accepted his apology. Rizal and Father Sanchez. Father Pastel's tried his best to bring back Rizal with a Catholic fold. He asked Father Francisco de Paula Sanchez, Rizal's famous teacher at the Ateneo de Manila, for his help. Father Sanchez was assigned to go to Dapitan, but all the efforts of Father Sanchez were in vain. Rizal could not convince by his famous beloved teacher. Idyllic life in Dapitan. Rizal led an exemplary life, fruitful and achievement of idyllic in serenity. The members of his family take turns in visiting him to assuage his loneliness in Dapitan. But he built his own house by the seashore, surrounded by a garden of fruit trees. He had also another house of his school for the boys and a clinic for his patients. All this time, he devoted as a physician, engineer, educator, scientist, linguist, artist, farmer, businessman, and inventor. Rizal encounter with a fire spy, Pablo Mercado, assumed name of the spy who visited Rizal at his house and pretended to be a relative by showing a photo of Rizal and pair of bottoms with the initial P and M as evidence of kinship. The spy offered the Rizal courier of letters for the patriots in Manila. Rizal became suspicious and wanted to throw the spy outside, but considering his values and late hour of the night. He offered the spy to spend the night at his house. The next day, he sent the spy away. The spy stayed in Dapitan and spread talks among the people that he was a relative of Rizal. Rizal went to the commandant and reported the impostor to Captain Juan Sitges, successor of Carnicero. Sitges ordered Pablo Mercado arrest and told Anastasio Adriatico to investigate him immediately. Florencio na naman, aka Pablo Mercado, single and about 30 years old, who was hired by a recollect fires to spy on Rizal's activities. The secret missions of Pablo Mercado was not assassination attempt. Rizal and Josephine Bracken. The death of Leonor Rivera left a pregnant void in Rizal's heart. In his loneliness, he met Josephine, an Irish girl born in Hong Kong. Mr. George Taufer, the man who adopted Josephine after her mother died at childbirth. Mr. Taufer became blind, so he sought for an ophthalmic specialist. Rizal and Josephine decided to get married, but Father Obac refused to marry them, without the permission of the Archbishop of Cebu having no priest to marry them. Rizal and Josephine married themselves before the eyes of God. The two were happy, for they were expecting a baby. However, Rizal played a prank to Josephine, making her give birth to an 8-month-old baby boy. He lived for only 3 hours. He was named Francisco in honor of his father's name. Rizal and the Katipunan. Pio Valenzuela, emissary to Dapitan in order to inform Rizal at the plan of Katipunan during the meeting at the titled river called Bitokang Manok. Venus. Steamer Valenzuela boarded to reach Dapitan. Raymond Mata, blind man who came with Valenzuela to camouflage his mission. Rizal objective Bonifacio project because the people are not ready for a revolution. Arms and funds must first be collected before the cry of revolution. Volunteers as military doctor in Cuba. When Cuba was under revolution and raging yellow fever epidemic, Rizal wrote to Governor General Ramon Blanco offering his service as a military doctor. Upon receiving the acceptance of his offer to go Cuba to help in the curing of patients suffering yellow fever, he wrote a poem, El Canto del Viajero. Espatua, steamer which brought Rizal to Manila from Dapitan. Rizal was accompanied by Josephine, Narcisa, and Angelica, or Narcisa daughters, his 3 nephews, and 6 pupils.